All right, what's going on, guys? It is the wrap-up show with John and without Jim for now. Jim theoretically is going to make it at some point. So Jim will be here, but we don't need Jim to get this thing started. Nice bounce back for the Padres, wasn't it? After that debacle of a weekend in Colorado, after losing Manny Machado, to get it done with both good pitching from you, Darvish, and also with some timely hitting. And Jay Cronenworth stays hot. Trent Grisham is heating up. And Ha-Seong Kim, who has struggled this year at home specifically, had a big hit in this game as well as the Padres again beat Arizona to open up this 3-game series. So John Schaefer with you on the wrap-up show. As always, as you make your way in here, please let us know where you're watching from. I want to start with shout-outs here tonight. We'll be with you for the next hour. Do want to start with shout-outs here tonight. As a reminder, please subscribe. Please subscribe. This is a great way to support this channel. We have year-round exclusive Padres content for you. Please subscribe. Hit the notification bell for us. Smash the like button for us as the Padres win 4-1. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We start tonight the way we always start wins, with Christopher Wright. Clap emojis in the chat for Christopher Wright with this great super to start us off here tonight. Thank you, Christopher, as always. This is a great way to start the video here tonight on the wrap-up show. Christopher says, back to the winning ways. Gallen going to be tough tomorrow. But we have this. There's no question about it. I thought Davies was going to be tough today, to be honest with you. He had pitched really well his last couple of outings, something like 20 and 2/3 innings. His last 20 and 2/3 innings, he had been excellent. But the Padres did enough damage off Zach Davies. And this is the recipe in the absence of Manny Machado. It's not going to be one player. It's got to be multiple players. And I thought tonight there were multiple guys that got it done, whether it was Cronenworth in the first inning after Darvish allowed that run in the first inning. And threw 33 pitches in that first inning. He was very fortunate to get out of that in only one run. And then Darvish settled in and pitched as well as you could possibly ask him to pitch, considering the circumstances here tonight. So the offense did enough, and Darvish did more than enough. And they really did. I mean, they really needed this, to be honest. It felt as if they needed it. You have the Manny Machado thing that's hanging over the team a little bit. We'll see how long he is out. You didn't play well in Colorado. They just didn't. And here tonight, they give up an early run. They come back immediately. They take an early lead, and they hold the lead against an Arizona team that's really struggled to score runs this year. But it's a good win. It's a good win because it's a win in the major leagues. And considering they didn't have Manny Machado, it is absolutely a good win for the Padres. So thank you, Christopher, for the first super of the night. Again, if you're looking for a way to support this channel, please consider that super. We'll get to all of the supers here tonight. Jim will be here at some point. You can use the supers by hitting that $sign down below if you want to make sure that we get to your chat here tonight. But again, as you make your way into the chat, before we get into everything that transpired here tonight, please let us know where you're watching from, and I'll pull some of those up. A little bit of a one-man band, so bear with me here as we get started. We will get to this tonight, I promise you. We will get to this, and we will get to this, Christopher. I promise you that as well. An iOS guy, thanks for hanging out here for a little bit. I like to see that. Every time he comments, the Padres going a nice run. Great bounce back win today. Let's hope they do it again tomorrow. I'm with you. No question about it. So let's see here. Let us know where you're watching from again, and I'll get to some of those off the top. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is a drunk Jim or not. He will be here, I'm told. He will be here. Big Island Bum, what's going on? Evening from the great Pacific Northwest. Good to have you. Good to have you with us. Carter's on board for this without Jim. JKP, Massachusetts. Johnny is in Vista. Joel in Dallas. Brent, what's going on, man? Go Dads. Matthew, thanks for hanging out in Carlsbad. Jeremiah, good question. He'll be here at some point, I'm told. Let's see here. Trevor is in LA. Thanks for hanging out with us. Billy is in Linda Vista. Thank you, Michael, for the clap emoji for Christopher with that super chat, that very generous super chat with the Padres win. What's going on Oceanside? Rich, thanks for hanging out in Solana Beach. Carter's in El Centro. Michael, as always, is in Utah. Michael, good to have you as always. Carter, great to have you as always. Rich, great to have you as always. Fat Sal, loyal viewer of this channel, good to have you with us. Frank, what's going on in Idaho? Carter, we're wishing you the best, man. T-minus a day and a half until surgery. So we're thinking about Carter. How about some prayer emojis in the chat for Carter who's having surgery in a day and a half? No doubt, Michael, no doubt. for today that worked. We'll see how long that works. This is a tough stretch here. Not Arizona, but Philadelphia for 4. So, but that's a good point. That's a good point. 1 second here as I'm scrolling through some of the comments. Man, this is tough to do sometimes solo. Jesse, I have no idea. I'm guessing yes. I'm guessing he is. That would be my guess. I have no idea. We will get into the box score and the total offense in this game, scoring 4 runs. Again, they did enough off Zach Davies. They did enough in this game off Zach Davies because they had a couple of big hits, But you look at this box score, and, there were 9 combined hits in this game for the two sides, and that's a good point. Just 4 of them for San Diego. Pay Darvish. I don't know if he's going to end up. He's under control for next year as well. He's getting paid right now, and he is living up to the billing of being an ace so far here in 2022. Billy, what's going on in Linda Vista? Oceanside is in the house. OB checking in. Temecula. San Ysidro. Hopefully Manny is back soon. Monterey is in the house. Bonita. Faye, if it was only that easy. It was good, man. So it was good. Thanks for asking. Yeah, no radio show today. We're back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Everything was good. I got outside a little bit. Beautiful day, as we all know, if you're in San Diego. North County, Oceanside. Juan's in Vegas, and we'll get started here in a moment. Jesse, thanks for hanging out in Hawaii. Daniel's in Mission Valley. And all right, let's get to this thing here tonight. Is again the Padres win it 4-1. Again, if you want to make sure that I get your comment as we get this started, please use the super chat function. You can click that $sign down below. If you're just into the chat, please subscribe. We have year-round Padres content for you. Also, make sure to hit the notification bell. You'll be notified when we have new videos. Smash the like button for us and follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD as well. We'll see if Jim makes it into the chat here this evening or not. I'm told that he is going to. Okay, we'll tell you about Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance coming up in a few moments. I do want to get to the super that just rolled in from Matthew. I'm having some troubles here with my computer. There we go. All right, so Matthew, thank you for this. And thank you guys for the supers. Great way to support this channel, especially as a one-man band. Greatly appreciated. All right, Matthew Keene, thank you for the super. And Christopher, thank you for your super. So Matthew says, how long is this sustainable? No Melvin or Musgrove, Machado or Tatis. Just need to keep the spark alive. Just takes one. Who's it going to be? I mean, here's the thing. I mean, you're nearly at the halfway point of the season. They're 12 games away from the halfway point of the season. They've been without Tatis for 69 games. They've been without Tatis for 69 games. The expectations are they won't be without Machado for a ridiculous period of time. If you heard Ryan Flaherty before the game, they're optimistic. He hasn't even been placed on the IL as of yet. That's what I told you last night if you were here on the wrap-up show. That was my speculation. I theorized they wouldn't put him on the IL immediately because oftentimes what happens after an injury is now they're going to do all the testing and they're going to be certain that he needs to go on. And if he doesn't, because he's such a dynamic player, you don't want to put a player on a 10-day IL if he's available to you in 8 days and it's Manny Machado. You don't want to lose him for 2 games if you don't have to lose him for 2 games. So they can test him for a day or two. They can retro date it to today, even if they put him on the IL, I believe as late as Wednesday. So they can test the ankle today. They can test it again tomorrow. They might be able to do the same thing as late as Wednesday before they put him on the IL. If I was guessing and speculating, and again, I haven't seen his ankle and I'm no doctor, but my guess is he's going to go on the IL. And it's not the end of the world if it's a 10-day IL stint and he's back, in a period that isn't a significant length of time. If it's 10 days or 15 days, even if it's 20 days, you get beyond that. And it is, of course, challenging because he's irreplaceable. Like we said yesterday, there's no making up for Manny Machado. You just need players to step up in the absence of Manny Machado. So I would say this, Matthew, it's sustainable, but you can't be without him for 70 games like you've been without Tatis. And there's no reason to believe, based on everything we know, the fact that there is not a fracture or a break, the fact that he suffered an ankle sprain, and even a significant ankle sprain shouldn't cost him months. It could cost him weeks and weeks, a significant ankle sprain, something like as many as maybe 6 or 8. But hopefully it's not that. Hopefully this is something that can be rectified in 2 weeks, even 4 weeks. So that's a short-term injury, to be honest. I mean, with Manny Machado, here's a guy that plays every single day. But if you were without him for 2 to 4 weeks, you're going to have to find a way to pick up the slack. And the way to do that is with good pitching from your starters, and that's been the theme this year, and then timely hitting. And I thought tonight, the timely hitting and the power was a big part of this game. The 2 home runs from Grisham and Cronenworth, and the 2-out, 2-run single as well from Hassan Kim. So not every night is going to be like this against the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's not all going to go perfectly or swimmingly if you're without him for 3 or 4 weeks or even more than that. But if it's a short-term thing and they get him back in, let's say, 15 to 20 days, 15 to 20 days, I think they can navigate it. I really do. And it's not, is it going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy, but I do think they can navigate it. So thank you, Matthew, again for the super. I think ultimately Melvin will be back any day. I think Tatis obviously will be back sooner rather than later, hopefully. When I say that, hopefully in July. At the latest, maybe early August. That's my hope. And then Musgrove, he misses a turn of the rotation, hopefully not more than that. So hopefully you put this thing together sooner rather than later. All those pieces sooner rather than later. So thank you again, Matthew, for the super. I want to get to this super from Jesse, our buddy in Hawaii, hanging out with us on this Monday evening. Again, the Padres win over Arizona 4-1. They snap that mini 3-game slide, and they get back to the winning ways with a victory over the lowly Diamondbacks. And Jesse, thank you for the super here tonight, who says, Darvish is the example of overcoming adversity. Well, I thought there was a lot of adversity, to your point, surrounding this team coming into tonight. I really did. And then I thought there was a lot of adversity surrounding Yu Darvish's first inning here tonight. So you may recall in the first, there was that deep fly. I forget whose bat it was off. Someone put it in the chat if you remember. There was the deep fly that took Profar all the way back literally to the wall that would have made it 3-0 if that ball traveled another like 2.5 feet. And it didn't. And then there were 2 walks and hit by pitch in the inning, and he got out of a bases loaded 2-out spot. And that was the only run he allowed. Was that Christian Walker? Thank you, Ludus. If that was Christian Walker, thank you. Yeah, so I see you guys saying Walker. So he gets out of that. He threw 33 pitches, and you're thinking to yourself, well, if this is Blake Snell or if this is a young pitcher like Mackenzie Gore, you would love to get through 5 innings after 33 pitch first inning. Not only does he get through 5 innings, he gets through 7 innings here tonight. That's very Yu Darvish-like. And the way he was able to do it was by basically allowing no hits from that point forward. He allowed 4 hits total in this game. So 7 innings, 4 hits, just 1 run against. He walked the 2 in the first inning. Then he had much better command. Was throwing that splitter for strikes. He only threw 96 pitches. No, excuse me, I have that wrong. 104 pitches in 7 innings. That is darn good when you consider a 33-pitch first inning. That means he threw 71 pitches in the final 6 innings or less than 12 pitches per inning. So 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Better than Davies, who, again, had been pretty good this year, specifically recently. His ERA is still sub-4. Davies, 6 innings, just 4 hits, but 4 runs. They were earned. He walked 3 and struck out 3. So, Darvish was excellent. I think he allowed 3 runs in that first inning. Who the hell knows what happens in this game? It's very easy to envision the Padres not winning this game if he allowed 3 runs in that first inning. And that was very possible. It could have been more than 3 runs in the first inning when you look back on it. But he gets out of it at 1 run. He goes 7 innings. The Padres offense does enough. And again, it wasn't flashy. There were not 13 hits tonight. I thought the offense, by the way, in Colorado was better than they were rewarded for, probably. They didn't score a ton in Denver. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, they scored 40 runs in Chicago. How could you only score 11 or 12 runs in Denver? Well, they hit the ball hard, and they hit, they had some lineouts, and there were some good defensive plays made by the Rockies in that game. And it is baseball at the end of the day. So I think it's a good bounce back. Again, it's not a beauty contest. I think when you're without Manny Machado and you're trying to just find ways to win and manufacture maybe for parts of the next couple of weeks, who cares how they win? If they win 10-9, great. If they win 1-0, great. If they win, that's ultimately the point. Do want to remind you about our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. If you have auto, home, renters, or life insurance needs or earthquake insurance needs, Mark Nimitz is your guy. Mark is your guy. He can save you $750 on your insurance. We all could use an extra handful of dollars, right, every single month, especially with everything going on. Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance can help you save $750. If you have a claim, he can help save you thousands of dollars. He was able to help my wife and I when we recently had a claim because of a leak issue in our sink. We were out of our home. We're back in it. Mark made it seamless. He made it so easy. You can go to his website. There's a link down below. You can get a quote online. You can get all of his contact information. But Mark is a huge Padres fan. He's a San Diegan. You can talk to him about your insurance needs. You can talk to him about the Padres. Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. A great way to support this channel is by considering Mark Nimitz for your insurance needs here in 2022. All right, so again, John Schaefer with you here on the wrap-up show. As you make your way into the chat, again, if you want to use the super chat function, we'll make sure to get to all of the supers here tonight. If I miss a super, please let me know as well, as I'm doing this without Jim right now. But you can click that $sign down below. We'll get to the supers. Again, please subscribe. Please subscribe if you're a Padres fan. And please hit the like button as well as the Padres win here tonight. I don't know if he can, to be honest, Carter. I really don't know if he can. The Hosmer struggles are well documented, and we will get to those. I promise you, I will get to Eric Hosmer here tonight. I promise you that. Do you want to get to the super here from Jesse again? Jesse, thank you. Here's Jim, by the way. He knows I'm going to kill him. Hold on.
What's up? What's up, everybody?
Where were you? You have some explaining to do.
What are you talking about?
The game ended like 30 minutes ago.
I was at the game, dude. It was a great game.
You were not at the game. You always would have tweeted an obligatory photo.
Yeah, it's true.
How was the date?
You son of a bitch.
Oh, man, folks, help this channel. Please help this channel. Please super support Jim's dates. And hold on, let me get to we didn't even get to Jesse Super. Let's get to Jesse Super.
Sorry,
Jesse.
We're
doing a show here. We're doing a show.
Sorry.
Okay, so Jim is here. Jim is here. Nah, he's actually not. Next start, you could be below a 3 ERA. By the way, Abrams. Yeah, we're going to talk about Abrams, who, again, comes up after a nice stint in AAA hitting. He's going to get a lot of at-bats in the absence of Manny Machado. Darvish has been great. I mean, since that blow-up in San Francisco, I just tweeted out, he's got 2.41 ERA in 11 starts, and the Padres are 9-2 in those 11 starts. So I don't care what his ERA is. I mean, it's been great, but he's been really, really good, almost as good as Joe Musgrove, outside of maybe a start this year.
Darvish?
Yeah, Darvish.
Yeah. He's besides the first inning, it was, and yes, I did watch the game. It was on the bar. Okay. They needed this type of outing after what happened this past weekend from their starter, and he was the stopper tonight. And you needed this type of outing from Darvish. And I don't know if you've talked. What have you talked about already? How long have you been on? 20 minutes?
Honestly, we've really spent some time just talking about, like, is it sustainable without Machado, and a little bit of time on Darvish. Nothing on Hosmer. We'll rip him, I promise. We haven't talked to Abrams. But, just a nice bounce back after losing 3 straight, not having Manny Machado, and falling behind 1-0 early.
Right. And, I was listening to Jesse on the broadcast as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a really good point. And this is how this team is going to have to go forward for the time being, while Machado's out, until they get Tatis back. They just have to have somebody every night. Like, it can't, like, if it's like, okay, tonight it was Cronenworth and Kim and then Grisham, but maybe tomorrow it's Voit and Profar, like, and maybe the next night it's,
dare we say, Hosmer?
No. Then it's, Mazzara and Grisham and Cronenworth. Like, it has to be a collective effort here from 1 through 9. I'll say 1 through 8 because Hosmer doesn't count anymore. But, collective effort 1 through 8 from Cronenworth and Profar and Grisham. And they can't think, and I don't think they thought this tonight, but it can't be a situation where, like, when Grisham's at bat, or if, Voigt's up there, or Cronenworth, like, I have to do it all. Like, no. It has to be a team effort. And tonight it was a team effort from Grisham and Profar, or not Profar, and Cronenworth and Kim, especially that big 2-run base hit there. That was huge. And then Darvish and the bullpen. Like, you have to make a concerted effort that it is the entire team and take it game by game while Machado and Tatis are out.
Perfectly said. I completely agree. I do. And you look at this box score, Jim, we talked about briefly. The Padres had 4 hits, but here's the thing. I'm not going to complain when they
They're
win
all
games in the
timely.
absence of Machado.
They're all
Like,
timely.
that's the thing. They all were huge. The Cronenworth homer in the first, like, okay, we're even. Take a deep breath. It felt like
Right.
falling behind 1-0 without Machado, like game over.
Right. Like 7-0
And then
is over.
exactly. But again, Darvish could have allowed 3, 4, 5 runs in that first inning, and he didn't. So credit to Darvish. And then, like you said, Kim big hit, great. Then Grisham gave you some insurance. But listen, they had 4 hits, but without Machado, I don't care. If they beat the Phillies this weekend and they win 1-0 somehow, I don't care.
Mhm.
This is how it's going to be in the absence of Machado. Would you like to see more offense? Of course you would. Would you like to see Hosmer do something? Of course you would. But you can't expect the world right now without Machado and without Tatis. What you can expect to hold up is this rotation. They need to hold up their side of the bargain. They've been good so all year long.
Mhm.
And then this bullpen, which I think has been hot and cold at times and was not great in Denver or even in Chicago, to be honest with you. Luis Garcia, a scoreless inning, his 11th hold. Taylor Rogers, a scoreless, hitless, 2 strikeout, 9th inning. He's got a 2.89 ERA. He's got 21 saves. Like you said, if they turn this thing over to the bullpen without Machado and they have a lead, they have to win. These are the
Yep.
games you just have to get through this period of time. No Melvin, no Musgrove, no Machado, no Tatis. Get through it, stay above water, and see if you can come out on the other side playing better baseball or good baseball when you get these guys back.
Yeah. And you said the other night, like the pitching is going to have to take over here. And they are dealing with issues right now because Musgrove's on the IL still with COVID. Snell to me is just I can't trust the guy. Who knows what you're gonna get with Clevenger, and Martinez has been solid. I won't say his start in Colorado was bad, honestly. It was kind of like what you expected out of Nick Martinez, honestly, given 4 runs in Colorado. So you got 3 guys right now. 2 of them you have to get wins out of, and another guy kind of coin flip. And the other games are definitely coin flips as well. While Musgrove is out, but tonight was a perfect example of Darvish stepping up in a situation where they not needed a win, but it was like a morale type of win. You lose 4 in a row, which would be the longest losing streak of the year, and especially losing 4 in a row to division opponents, that just doesn't sit well with me. You got to beat division opponents, and it looks like so far, you're 4-1 against the Diamondbacks this year, right? Is that correct? 4-1.
That's correct. Yeah. It was their first game since the opening series against Arizona.
Right. So, if the only team in the division they're going to have problems with is the Rockies, I guess I could stomach it, but you can't have problems against the Rockies and the Diamondbacks like they did last year. You just can't.
No, you're right. And here's the thing. It gets tougher. Like Zach Allen's got a sub-3 ERA. Madison Bumgarner's been really good, not win-loss, but he's got a 3.4 ERA.
Well,
So,
they
like,
got
the
Sean
next 2
Manaea
games,
tomorrow and
yep.
the vaunted TBD on Wednesday.
Well, it'll probably be Clevenger. Like, you got to, now that you got game 1, and I know it's Gallen and Bumgarner, you have to win the series. You don't have to sweep the series. That's a lot to ask for, but you have to win this series. You got to take one of the next 2 to get into that Philly series, a 4-game series that will not be easy this weekend at Petco Park.
Especially because the offensive disparity is just night and day.
You're going to need to win with pitching, you would think.
Yeah.
Against the Phillies. Juan, thank you. Just like a slump buster, a win is a win.
Thank you,
Well
Juan.
said.
Appreciate that.
Well said. That is I don't know who the slump buster was or what the slump buster is, but we'll take the win.
Sure.
You have any slump buster news you want to share with us? We can thank Jim for this win.
Yeah, I was the reason why. You're welcome, everybody. How you doing?
Faye, thank you for this. Flirty said Melvin should be back Wednesday. So that's good news.
Very good news, yeah.
I'm surprised he wasn't back like now. I mean, I don't know how they do this.
Well, Wednesday's the latest.
Okay, should be back. Okay, by Wednesday at the latest. All right,
Yeah.
that's good. That's not too far off.
Should we talk about him?
Want to talk about him right now?
Have you done Mark Nimitz already?
I have done Mark Nimitz.
Okay.
Floor is yours.
We are reaching a point where he needs to be benched. He brings nothing to the table, and I didn't watch the whole game, but I watched most of it and listened to the rest on the radio. And it just seemed like when Jesse was calling the game, when Hosmer was, it was right before Kim hit that 2-run single. Runner at first, Hosmer was up, and it just felt like when Jesse said ground ball 4-3, like it just was like it happens all the time. And then Mazzara got the hit, and then you get a walk, and then you get CJ Abrams moving the guys over to second and third, and then you get Kim with the base hit. He's bringing nothing to the table. Like, do you think at this point, or is there going to be a point in the season where he just needs to be benched? Because I think it's coming up very soon. Now, maybe not right now because of the absence in the lineup of Machado and Tatis, but I mean, even with the absence of those guys, he's bringing nothing to the table. So why are you continuously putting him in the 5 hole? Move him if you're gonna play him, hit him 8th, because he is an 8-hole hitter right now. He does nothing for this team offensively. Nothing.
Okay, so here's the thing. I tend to agree with everything that you said. I really do. And you look at his numbers. I'm just trying to pull up some of his recent splits, like last 30 games since May 1st, like we've done. Why is he batting 5th against Zach Davies? I guess because he's a soft righty. And like these are the games you need Eric Hosmer the most. You have no Machado, you have no Tatis. You're getting a soft throwing right-handed starter, and you can't do anything against this guy. So here it is. I mean, Hosmer's last 30 games, he is slugging 226.
Are you serious?
I mean, that's unheard of.
Are you kidding me right now?
It's unheard of. I mean, he's hitting 191. His OPS, I'm doing my head, is 480 in his last 30 games. I mean, 480. So you can't be worse than Eric Hosmer has been. I'm not kidding. There's not a worse position player in baseball over the last 30 games. I mean, how does it rectify itself, Jim? I think there's a couple of options. One of which is this team gets healthier and he makes his way onto the bench. I don't think that helps this team. I'd rather not have him. So I think ultimately he spends more time on the bench, or they, again, go down the rabbit hole of trying to move him over the next 45 days. But beyond that, there's no easy answer. I don't believe they would cut him because he's still owed $39 million after this year. Maybe that's a conversation for after this season, but I don't think he's getting cut. I think they could go down the path of trying to move him, and I think they also could go down the path of playing more Luke Voigt at first base or acquiring a first baseman at the trade deadline. But in the short term, without Manny Machado, I think he plays against right-handed pitching. I don't know what happens against left-handed pitching.
How much would you love to see this scenario? Just completely abandoning Hosmer, bench his ass, or even, if they won't do it, but say Hosmer's completely gone, right? That's an upgrade. And in the meantime, you bring up Estuary Ruiz. Okay. You can do a platoon at first of Profar Voigt if you wanted and have Ruiz in the outfield. Okay. And you can make that work. And hell, even if Will came back, which I don't know when the hell he's coming back, he can play first base as well. Right.
Sure,
so
absolutely.
You have options to put at first base that
of course you do. First
infinitely
base,
better.
Of course you do. Yeah.
Infinitely better than Eric Hosmer. Like, the fact that this team continues to trot him out there every day at first base because he had a good month of April is like mind-blowing to me. And you have better options for this team. He's not doing anything to help you win. If he was doing things to help you win, like playing amazing defense, okay, or doing the little things, if he was over 4 tonight, but he helped move a couple runners over, like, had a sack fly or did things that helped this team win, I would understand playing him. But he's doing nothing to help this team win. And when you're slugging 223,
226,
226 since whenever,
horrific.
Like, are you kidding me?
30 games.
So if I were in charge of this team, which would be a disaster, but still, I'm benching his ass, or I'm trying to get rid of him ASAP. I'm bringing up Estuary Ruiz. I'm platooning him in the outfield with Profar. I'm putting Profar and Voigt at first base. Hell, I can even put Alfaro at first base, right? And when Voigt's at first base, Alfaro.
I could put Noel at first base.
You put Noel at first base.
Yep.
If Profar's at first base, Ruiz is in the outfield, you still gonna have Voigt as your DH. Like, there's better options here than Eric freaking Hosmer.
Did we talk about it? I forget if we talked about it yesterday. It might have been off air. I was all for bringing Ruiz up. I'm all for bringing Ruiz up. By the way, I still think I don't know if it'll be him. It could be Rooker. It could be someone else. If Machado goes on the IL, we talked about this. I think ultimately Machado is going on the IL. I think ultimately Machado is going on the. I hope I'm wrong. I do think they're gonna look at everything that's possible with his ankle and ultimately determine that 10 days is not some ridiculous period of time that they can't overcome, and they'll put him on the IL and err on the side of caution. If that occurs, you got to wonder what the move is at that point. Is it going to be a guy like Rosario, middle infielder, veteran guy who's never been in the big leagues, or is it going to be something unconventional like Ruiz, a guy on the 40-man like Rooker? But they're going to have to do something. And I'm with you. I'm in favor of Ruiz getting an opportunity. He's not on the 40-man. I don't know what it's going to take to get him on the 40-man. You got to navigate some stuff there. But it's time to get creative, because without Machado and Tatis, you can't just throw this lineup out there for weeks and weeks and weeks and pretend like you're going to score 8 runs every game. Right. That's not going to happen. So now is the time to figure out what's the best way to win. And it's not with Eric Hosmer. It's just not. It's not with Eric Hosmer.
And like, what is always brought up with him is his leadership. And that's great. Okay. I'm not in that clubhouse. You're not in that clubhouse. Fans aren't in that clubhouse. It's probably amazing. He's probably a guy that is definitely a leader of that team. No doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
But just because you're the leader of the team doesn't mean that you should just play every day regardless. Like, it doesn't, I don't care, you know?
Yeah, it's a results-based business, you know?
Yeah, I'll go back to this, and everyone's going to hate me for it, but I'll give you an analogy. Andre Iguodala on the Warriors, all right? He's considered like one of the main leaders on that team. And when he played, he didn't really bring much to the table. But he's on the bench and he's not playing, and he's still helping the team win because of his leadership. Hosmer can do the same thing, right? You can be put on the bench and still be a leader, but the problem is I think Hosmer would just pout and like completely like detach from the team, which wouldn't surprise me at all. But still, like, the point there is you can still bench a guy and he can be a leader of your team. And they need to do that.
You can. The only thing right now is like you're on such fumes.
Right.
Without Machado Tatis, like, you literally need warm bodies. But he's
not doing anything. I know. You were doing as much as him, John.
Listen, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. Let's get to the super from 619 Cam. Cam, thank you for the super. Thank you guys for the supers. Great way to support this channel. You can click that $sign down below. If you're just getting into the chat live or on replay, please subscribe. We have content for Padres fans year-round. Simple as that. All we ask is you hit that subscribe button and hit the like button as well. So Cam says he feels a little bit better after the dreadful weekend, and it was. Always love your chat, J&J. Thank you. And he says, hopefully Cronenworth, Voit, and Grisham can carry us. Go Padres. Grisham's been better in June. Cronenworth has been like the best player in baseball in June. By the way, how about this? Crone leads Major League Baseball, as we've talked about, in RBIs in June. You know who's one behind him?
Who?
Luke Voit.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they've been rolling.
By the way, it's so funny. The other day on Twitter, I put that Luke Voit needs to become 1998 Mark McGwire. I didn't mean to take steroids, you idiots. I meant like the production of the 1998 Mark McGwire, who hit 70 home runs in a season. Like, that's what I meant. Not that he needs to take steroids. Like, stop.
Thank you, Cam. Again, Isaiah, thank you for this super as well. This is an excellent question. When you pose it like this, like, how much worse does he have to play to get DFA'd? I mean, I would say he's played so poorly over parts of the last 2, 3, 4 years that I don't know if it's based on play or if it's based on dollars. My guess is it's based on dollars. So he's still owed like $11 million this year, and then 13 times 3 the next 3 years. They owe $50 million. So to get cut when you're owed $50 million, you literally have to be Chris Davis bad. Now, is he yet Chris Davis bad? Probably not. But is he approaching that territory? Maybe. Chris Davis was awful, Jim. He was like 7 for like 150.
No, he was horrible. He was exactly like Eric Hosmer. But the difference between him and Hosmer, and they'll continue to beat this drum, and you'll hear Manny talk about it, and is his leadership.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, that's a bunch of okay, but that's what they'll say. They'll continue to bang that drum of he's a leader. He's the leader of this team. He's a clubhouse leader, right? That's what they'll continue to say as to why they're not getting rid of him. Because if he was just like Will Myers, which I mean, basically, but playing every day, doing absolutely nothing, they can maybe DFA him. But I think because he's a leader of the team, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be surprised if he goes anywhere. I mean, Bob Melvin has spoken publicly about his leadership and his role and veteran play. I don't think he's going anywhere. Now, could he lose playing time? Yeah, he's already losing playing time. Should he lose more playing time? Absolutely. Will they trade for a first? Yeah, I mean, will they trade for a first baseman? Maybe, and that goes to this point from Ryan. Thank you, Ryan, for the super. He's putting us on the spot, Jim. Names we might acquire in 30 days. I mean, that's really, really challenging to come up with. I would say this. I'm looking at an 8th inning guy. And I think Luis Garcia has been good. But you can always use an extra late inning guy with a lead. I have to bolster my offense in some way. I don't know what that means right now because this thing's all over the place with Tatis and Machado in this outfield. I'm probably looking at a corner outfielder just because. And I'm looking at a bullpen piece. And that's where I'm starting if I'm AJ Preller.
Dude, you see this tweet from AC?
I have not.
He goes, this is what happened, I think, 8 minutes ago.
Okay.
Verbatim. He goes, good Lord, Manny Machado just walked through the clubhouse walking perfectly normal. He said he had no time to talk, too busy healing, evidently. Kevin.
Well, you know what that typically means because the bats had traveled. And
now Dennis also tweeted much more. He goes, Manny Machado walked through the clubhouse without a limp. He declined to stop to comment on his injury. Then Marty tweeted, Manny Machado made a brief appearance in the Padres clubhouse supporting large bruising on ankle, no wrap, said no comment with a smile before ambling away.
By the way, we're missing supers. So hold on. This is Andrew, my bad. We're missing a couple. We're going to get to all the supers, I promise.
I'm not doing anything.
I know I am. Okay, so that's encouraging. I still don't think walking without a limp means you're definitely avoiding the IL, but I hope that's the case.
What tweet do you like the most? Do you like Marty's tweet? Do you like Dennis's tweet? Or do you like Kevin's tweet the most?
I like them all. Listen, if Manny Machado is walking without a limp and he's a day from what some people thought was like an ankle fracture, then that's pretty good news. Like Manny Machado is his best traits is availability. And if he's walking without a limp and it's Manny Machado and he plays through pain, I would not be shocked if he avoided an IL stint. I also would not be shocked if he went on the IL. Right?
Did we talk about this the other day? How people were saying, or from the looks of it, maybe his foot slipped out of his cleat.
That's what I think happened.
And that could have helped him because it looked honestly like his foot was broken.
It looked like it snapped.
Right. It looked like it snapped in 5 different spots.
Which would have been like a year-long injury, if not longer.
And maybe because he slipped across the bag and he just fell out, he like slipped out of his shoe. It looked like possible.
That. Yeah. Maybe they catch a break. I mean, he was obviously slow to get up. I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, maybe they really do. I mean, they said it was black and blue today. It's obviously some level of sprain, but it is Manny Machado. Maybe you DH him for a couple of days after he rested for a handful of days. And then you work him.
I would like, they need Manny, right? But hey, Manny, if everything's good and you feel good, still take a week and a half.
I don't know, man. If everything's good and you feel good,
you can deal with a week and a half, John.
Dude, I mean, look at these standings.
You're not losing.
You have a bad week.
You're not losing the division in a week and a half.
Dude, we say that now. We say that now. But if you go
a week and a half,
if you go winless against the Phillies, against the Phillies, you're gonna have a different opinion.
Maybe. But at the same time,
if it's what the doctors advise, I do it. If he can DH in a handful of days and you can avoid an IL stint, then that's probably what they're going to do. It's Manny Machado. Manny Machado will make the determination. If he says, don't put me on the IL, I'm playing in 3 days, right. My guess is they won't put him on the IL. That's my guess. Andrew, sorry about that. Sorry about the missed supers. We're going to get to them right now. Great way to support this channel. Please consider the super. Hit that $sign down below. Andrew from Korea with this super. He says Myers, Cron, Voit, Profar, all better defensive first baseman than Hosmer. They're also better offensively than Hosmer. Launch Hosmer into the sun. What do you think of that, Jim?
It's not wrong. I would, if they're up to me, Hosmer is gone. I'm bringing up Ruiz. I'm putting him in the outfield with Profar. I'm putting Voit and Profar at first base. I'm mixing and matching my DH with Voit and Alfaro, and doing that until Manny comes back.
Yeah, I agree with you. I do. I want to thank you, Andrew, and thank you, Juan. Sorry we missed these because, it's us. Juan, thank you again for the super. Thank you guys for the supers. Let's face it, our pitching is going to carry us, as we all have been seeing all year. It looks like this team is going to ride this lineup. I don't know, Juan. I'll say this. The reason I say I don't know is Tatis is a big change. So you're going to get Tatis in the second half of the year. And then I think they make one more sizable move, would be my guess. Now, listen, if Mazara continues to hit like 350, like he's done through his first, 50 plate appearances, then I think he's going to stick on this roster. We'll see about Myers. Profar's been solid. Grisham's been better. So, yeah, I think maybe I think Tatis is the huge addition. Other than that, is Wilson Contreras coming? Probably not, to be honest.
No.
So I don't know. I mean, yeah, probably by and large, they're going to ride this lineup, maybe with one additional change. But Tatis can change this lineup. I mean, he was top 5 MVP voting each of the last 2 years.
Yeah, just hover, it's about when your team is fully healthy that matters the most. And if they can continue to win at a good enough clip to where you can weather the storm, and then all of a sudden you get Tatis and Machado back, and you're like still having Cronenworth playing great, and Voit and Profar, and you add another bat at the trade deadline, that's when it starts to get really fun. And you're like, okay, let's go. We're still 17 games over 500, and we just got Tatis and Manny back.
Let me ask you this seriously for a second. Back to Ryan's super, and we'll get to Ryan again in a moment. If you could just snap your fingers, forget player name, but if you had Tatis and Machado healthy, where would you add? I mean, like we said, Mazara's hit, Grisham's been better, left field's been like, are you adding?
Gotta work on that defense though, Mazara. That was not good tonight.
That was bad. But are you adding a starting outfielder and then sitting whom? The Mazara whatever platoon? Is that what you're sitting? That doesn't make a ton of sense right now. Are you sitting Grisham? Doesn't make a ton of sense right now.
Well, here's the ideal world. You get Hosmer out, and then you can go out and get an outfielder, right? And you can have Will out there. You can have Profar out there. Profar can play first base. He's played first base.
Or you just go get a first baseman.
Or you just put Voit and Profar at first.
Yeah.
And then you get it if whatever's easier to get. There's not that many first basemen in baseball that are like really good hitters that are on the market, right?
That are on the market.
That are on the market.
I was going to say, wait, hold on.
No, that's what I meant. There's not many good first basemen that are on the market that you could go out and get. Outfield, I would feel like is much easier to acquire that are on the market, right?
Like JD Martinez.
I mean, everyone loves Andrew Benintendi,
but he's not a power hitter. Do they need another guy that gets on base? Probably, to be honest. I mean, Josh Bell.
I'll just say this.
That comes to mind. So there's a couple first basemen.
Literally anybody they would get would be better than Eric Hosmer.
Me and you.
So,
correct.
Like anybody they would go get would be better than Hosmer, and you can move things around. It's like, guys, this is about fucking winning. This is not about making sure that guys are like happy in the clubhouse. Like,
you know what I always say?
You know how people are right. It's like, guys, you know what makes people happy? Winning. Like that's what makes people happy. That's what makes sure clubhouse doesn't go into a spiral. And it's the freaking big leagues. All right. Suck it up. If you're not performing, you're out.
We want to thank Omar Sanchez at Edge Home Finance for his support of the wrap-up show. He's been with us for the last week or two. And thank you, viewers, for considering Omar for your mortgage needs. He is here to help all Padres fans with their mortgage. If you scan that QR code on the screen right now, you're going to get to his website. Also, you can text or call Omar 24 hours a day. I just put his number in the chat right now. You can text him right now and say, "Go Padres" to Omar. Anything you want to text him, you can text him right now. Go Padres to Omar. Scan that QR code right now. He's your San Diego native mortgage broker. Whether you're looking to buy your dream home, he can help you get you into your dream home or refinance to consolidate your debt. Omar's your guy. If you're in the process of buying or refinancing and would like a second opinion to make sure you're getting the best deal possible, just call or text Omar for a free consultation. Text Omar, 619-387-7798. If you're a realtor, Omar's looking for local partners as well. Omar is a San Diegan that is a huge Padres fan that went to San Diego State that has partnered with us to help you. Simple as that. Omar Sanchez at Edge Home Finance. If you want to support this channel, if you want to support local businesses that are led by Padres fans, Omar Sanchez at Edge Home Finance, Jim, can help get you into your dream home today.
Yeah, give him a text right now, 619-387-7798. He told us to let our viewers know if they have any mortgage or loan needs or questions, you can text him any time of the day. He will be there for you. QR code in the top corner there brings you right to his website. Super easy, super simple. Omar, a San Diegan, loves the Padres. He's the only guy that you should go to for your mortgage and loan needs. Hit him up right now, 619-387-7798.
Hit him up. Hit him up. Thank you. Thank you guys for your support of this channel and our partners, Mark Nimitz and Omar Sanchez and Aura as well. What do you got?
Nothing. Just, you know what?
Okay. I don't know if I know. Okay, Ryan, thank you. He says, as much as I agree on trading Hosmer, who wants him? Let me answer
Not even
that.
trading him. You don't have to.
Let me answer that. No one.
Nobody. So here's what you do.
Kansas City on a one-day deal, maybe.
Here's what you do. If you can set, you have at this point you have to eat up like his entire contract, right?
Well, that's 50. I mean, it's real money still. 50 million.
35 million of it.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Right. I think it's doable.
Now we're talking. Yeah, that's 35. Not crazy.
Mm-hmm. It's not crazy. You like you said, the Royals, like, hey, you guys want a leader for your team?
Yeah, and it's free. Like it's like $2 million a year for the next 4 years.
Right. And we'll take a low A prospect. That's what you do.
Right.
Like, I'm not even serious. Exactly. That's what you do.
That's the trade.
Because you cut him, you got to pay all that money. If you trade him and you say, hey, we're going to pay 35 million of this is going to fucking suck, but we got to do it because he's bringing nothing to the table right now. Can you just give us a low A pitcher? And then at least you get something, right? It's a lost cause right now. It's a complete lost cause. You're never going to get anything of any type of value for Eric Hosmer, especially because you're going to have to pay a majority of his contract if you want to trade him. So if you can eat, you got to eat 60% of that deal, okay? Maybe a little bit more. And then you ask and you get a low A prospect. At least you can kind of go to justify it a little bit and say, hey, we got something out of the deal and we didn't have to pay all the money for him. Right.
You got something and you don't owe him everything.
Right.
So I guess it's a complete tail between your legs if you're AJ Preller's situation, but his tail's already between his legs as it relates to Eric Hosmer.
And I swear to God, if the reason why he's not doing it is because
it's not the reason.
He's like, oh, Manny
can't move him.
Will get upset. Sorry, Manny. Like, you see it, bro. Well, he might be your friend, and he might be a good leader in the clubhouse.
But also to that point, dude, it's like that doesn't hold any water for me. It's like, we can't trade Hosmer or the team could go into the tank. Well, they did go into the tank and they didn't trade Hosmer.
Right. And you have 2021 Bob Melvin now. And the reason why you have Bob Melvin is for these situations.
Correct. Airborne Figgy, thank you for the super. Thank you guys for the supers. Great way to support this channel. You can click that $sign down below. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you're here, please subscribe. That's all we ask. Please subscribe. We have year-round Padres content. If you're here on replay, you can hit that thanks button as well. Greatly appreciated. Airborne Figgy says Sean Murphy, catcher for the A's, is someone I think we should get. So Sean Murphy hasn't really hit. Now, not a lot of catchers do hit. I mean, I think he's hit for some power, but he hasn't hit for average. Like, I think Alfaro's hit for power and he's hit a little bit for average. You know, so I'm fine with Alfaro. And Nola's Nola. Yeah. He's a good defensive catcher. I don't hate this platoon right now. Is it the best in baseball? Probably not. But
no,
the staff ERA is low because of these two guys.
Right. Alfaro, I mean, he gives you a little something. Like, Isn't it crazy how Alfaro is like infinitely faster than Eric Hosmer? I know we were going to keep going back to Hosmer.
He's so fast. He's so
Like,
fast.
Hosmer's the slowest on the team, right?
He has to be. He has to. Voigt's not fast.
Dude, have you seen Eric run? It's like
I've seen
watching someone.
Have you seen him try to field his position?
It's like watching someone try to run in slow motion in quicksand.
Yep.
That's what Eric Hosmer looks like when he runs.
I'm with you. I am.
Yeah.
So you're anti-Hosmer,
dude. I tried. I tried really hard to be.
Well, how about me? How about me having the premonition? Remember last Monday, I went off on Hosmer on the radio for I'm like, this is the theme of the show. You want to win or not? And if you want to win, why is Eric Hosmer on this roster?
I mean, I had his jersey in the cart at one point this season. Now the jersey, I can't find it anymore.
No, they don't even sell it.
They don't even sell it. But at one point, I had his jersey in the cart, and it was semi-justified because he was hitting 390 for the month.
Yeah, it was.
But then it was like,
fool's gold.
You fooled us.
He's hitting ground balls through the right side, Jim.
I know.
Did you see this? We'll get to Alex's super in a moment.
I did not know. Okay,
I saw this on Twitter, and I saw someone saying that it was like legitimate. They showed the replay and they showed CJ looking back. So apparently the DBacks broadcast was complaining about CJ peaking. LOL. Nothing came of that here today. I mean, that's an issue if it is something that actually happened. If I'm the Diamondbacks, am I that worried about CJ Abrams peaking? Not really, to be honest with you. I'm really not. I'm more worried about winning if I'm the Diamondbacks. But maybe Bob Brenly's worried about this. I'm sure he is.
Bob Brenly can kick rocks, bro.
I know. That's why I said it. Alex, thank you. Thank you for the super. Great to have you in the chat as always.
Thanks, Alex.
So Kyle Martin's a really interesting story. Remember this? This is the guy who was in like the Mexican League earlier this year, and he was raking. He was like leading professional baseball in everything. He had a 1365 OPS with 18 home runs in 39 games. So the Padres signed him, and in 9 games with the Padres, he's hit 4 home runs and had 12 RBIs. He's got an 1,123 OPS, and he's a first baseman. So, like the Kyle Martin flyer, like is Kyle Martin going to outplay Eric Hosmer? I can answer that. Yeah, he is. Now,
full disclosure, I apologize. I don't know anything about Kyle Martin.
You don't remember that when they signed this guy? It was like 10 days or like 2 weeks ago.
The Kyle Martin news completely flew over my head.
Dude, I'm on board. I mean, now is
I'm on board with a bag of chips at first base over Eric Hosmer. Are you kidding me?
I like the idea, though. I love this, Alex. I like Kyle Martin. I like Esteury Ruiz. I think Ruiz is different. Like, Ruiz is the dude who's flat out had, like, this amazing year as a prospect. Like, Kyle Martin's a guy that you just hope runs into balls, and that's great. Yeah. Ruiz is like a future 10-year big leaguer in the best case scenario. Mm-hmm. Like, this is a guy that is going to be a contributor for a long time. Kyle Martin's like, hey, you need someone for a couple of weeks? Maybe it's Kyle Martin because he's had a good year. Dude,
like, how excited would you be? Just for like a 2-week stretch.
Ruiz
here. Dude, and you play in the outfield with Profar, and you have your first base occupied by Profar and Voit.
I'd be thrilled. It's like he's a massive prospect. I don't think people realize how big of a prospect he is. I mean, I say it every day. I don't know if even the publications he's become like a top 50 prospect. I think he's higher than that. I think he's like a top 25 prospect in baseball. I think he's a massive
like 50
prospect.
Stolen bases in like 10 games.
Yeah. I mean, all he does is get on base and he hits for power.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's been amazing. They could use his speed. They really could.
And he would help defensively in the outfield, right? I mean, look at this situation. You put him in the outfield, and if you want, even you put Mazzara as your DH.
Correct.
Like, there's pieces there. It's just they're so fucking committed to Hosmer. This is not happening.
It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense, man. It's done. This whole thing is over with. He had a good month. That's great. He is not a good baseball player. He is hurting your team.
Look at this on the screen. Alfaro has 73 speed on MLB The Show, and Mookie has 62.
Stop it. No.
There's no way. Mookie's 62 speed? Come on.
I don't play the show, but
maybe with broken ribs.
No way.
This is funny. Yeah, this is when he's going to get going. By the way, who's going to be playing? The City Connect game, Machado better be back.
When's the City Connect again? Like July?
I think it's July 9th.
That's
coming.
I think he'll be back. From the
Yeah.
reports and good golly,
He was
like
walking. He was walking
holy
through the
moly!
clubhouse.
What did AC say? This is the great tweet. You guys can
Pull it up.
This is just. I mean, it's kind of incredible what he said.
Wait, the one you read earlier?
He goes, good Lord, Manny Machado just walked through the clubhouse walking perfectly normal.
What was the holy moly one from earlier this year? Like,
crikeys. Oh man, what I don't know what it was, but
does anyone remember what he said earlier? It was, well, we had the bats have flown to Chicago.
Right. We got the
We
good
had,
Lord.
but we had something else like holy moly.
Holy cannoli.
Yeah, holy cannoli, right? No, that was what was
that was Clay.
Dude.
I bought I bought.
Of course you did, Jim. We know. You bought the franchise. We know.
I know. I did. Yeah.
He bought the Warriors. Juan, thank you for the super who says he misses Fred McGriff.
Yeah, bring him out of retirement. He'll come back.
Please.
Yeah.
Well, he can slug.
That's what it was. Whoa, Nelly.
What was that about?
It was about a trade, right? It was like it was the start of spring training, and he goes like
it was about Cruz, Nelson Cruz.
He's like something about
it was Nelson Cruz.
Was it Nelson Cruz?
Of course. Whoa, Nelly.
No, it wasn't Nelson Cruz. No,
yes,
no. No, it was about trades, and he goes, he's like, whoa, Nelly. Was it Nelson Cruz?
I think it was Nelson Cruz, man.
What was the exact
like, whoa,
tweet?
Nelly, Nelson Cruz is like
it was about trades that could happen. And he goes, all I've heard is whoa, Nelly. Like be ready, whoa, Nelly. That's what he said, right?
It was Nelson Cruz, man. That's why he said it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Shit. Sorry.
Everyone said it was Cruz, man.
Sorry, guys. Whoa,
Everyone
Nelly.
Chill.
So we got the good Lord, the whoa, Nelly, and the bats are in Chicago. We love AC. Well, he'll be on the show on Friday.
He will. He will. I want to remind our viewers we have a great giveaway going on right now. We also have to tell our viewers about Aura, but we have a great giveaway I want to share with everyone right now on the channel. This cap, the Mexican Legacy Cap giveaway, is now live. So let me put a link in the chat right now for the Mexican cap, the Mexican Legacy Cap. And again, it's through Parks and Normal. All you need to do is put your name and email. That's all you got to do. And you are entered to win, free to enter. And here's the deal. We're giving away 2. Okay, there are going to be 2 winners.
2?
Now, this is a 2-week contest. You have until July 4th to enter. We'll announce a winner July 5th. 2-week contest. We're giving away 2 caps. It's a great cap. Super cool cap. I'll show it to you in a moment. I have it right here. So you can enter your name and email just to enter the giveaway, but you can also get additional entries for subscribing to the Wrap Up Show newsletter, subscribing to our YouTube channel. By the way, if you're already subscribed, you can still get the 2 entries. You can follow the Wrap Up Show on Spotify. A couple of new ways to enter. You can follow John and Jim, our radio show. If you click on that, you'll get to our link tree. You can learn all about our radio show. Then you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok and on Twitch. So you can get the additional entries for your chance to win one of 2 San Diego Mexican Legacy caps from Parks and Normal. So let me show you this cap, Jim.
Dude, I love these caps, man. Like
these caps are so dope.
Parks and Normal, like their hats, their quality is
so cool.
It's next level.
Okay.
I mean, all the stitching on it, dude.
We got the full legacy, man. I mean, this is so dope.
That should have been, if those were the colors of the City
suede.
Connect,
look at that. I feel like I'm on QVC. Look at that. Okay.
Why
act now?
Why is the color of the City Connect not that color hat?
I love this. This would be dope.
Are you kidding me right now?
I'm not kidding you. I'm wearing a Parks and Normal right now.
I know. I got my Parks and Normal over there.
Dope. Thank you, Parks and Normal. Thank you, Friars Till We Die, for your support of this channel as well. It is a great cap, Michael. It really is. Yep. I know Michael's in Mexico. By the way, our winner of the cap we just gave away, that City Cap, that San Diego City Cap, is stationed overseas and serving our country. So thank you, Christopher, for your service. I'm actually sending the cap to Korea, but I can do it through the U.S. I'm not certain of how you do it, but I send it through like the military, so I'm going to get it to them in Korea, which is super cool. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, that color green. I'm with you.
Dude, how dope would the color be if for your City Connect is those colors?
Yeah, because
You
nobody
kidding
else
me?
is rocking these colors, you know?
No. How many people would love that here? Instead, you're getting Miami Vice. Good job.
Yeah, great. Look at this. We got
Dude.
Fidel in the chat from Nice, France.
Wow. Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you, Fidel, for hanging out.
Dude, yeah, Padres Mexican uniforms would be insane.
Did she? I'm looking
know.
at that too.
I don't know. She did. Yeah. Those hats. Yeah, dude.
It's dope.
It's
dope.
just
Anyway, enter.
so
Did I
simple.
put the link?
God, we're just
I put the
messing.
link in there, right?
You did, yeah.
Okay. Enter to win. We'll give away 2 of them. Enter to win. I just put the link in again. There's more I wanted to get to real quickly.
Aura?
Well, we will get to Aura. Yeah, I do want to get to Aura. Actually, let's get to Aura. Absolutely. Longtime partner now on the wrap-up show. Great way to support this channel. Support our partners, please. That's the way we're able to do this day in and day out, night in and night out. Aura, ORA.organic. Click this Take the Quiz button. You'll get 30% off your very first order. This is plant-based nutrition, and their co-founder, Will, is a huge Padres fan. He really is. I talk to him all the time. He has an office in San Diego. He's from San Diego. He wanted to support this channel. He loves this wrap-up show. He watches. He listens. They've got great products, whether it's probiotics, which I take every single day. I've been telling you about that for months, for digestion and so many other reasons. You have workout supplements, you have proteins, you have pre-workout supplements, omega-3 oils, immunity pills, sleep pills, whatever you need to improve your health. They're all plant-based. Great products. You can get 30% off your first order by clicking that Take the Quiz button. Again, ORA.organic. There's a link down below. Great way to support this channel. And their co-founder, Will, who's a San Diegan. Check him out. Great way to improve your health this year.
Yeah, go there right now, www.aura.organic. Take the quiz, 30% off your first order. Like, guys, they got everything you need to live a healthy lifestyle. It's not just protein powders and pre-workouts. It's fish oil. I mean, it's everything you need. They got it all. Go there right now. Take the quiz. You get 30% off your first order. Super simple. We're hooking you up. You'll thank us later.
Absolutely. Again, thank you for your support of our partners, Omar Sanchez at Edge Home Finance, Aura, ORA.organic, and of course, our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. You can save $750 on your insurance with Mark Nimitz.
Oh, wow. Got listening from Australia. Very nice.
That's awesome. So we have Korea in the house, our buddy Andrew. We have Australia watching. We have Nice, France.
Jesus.
We've got our buddy Michael, who's in Mexico right now.
Yeah. We're just like a global show.
Yeah.
Dude.
I think Parks and Normal should have made. Yeah, that's such a good point.
Kidding me right now?
We haven't even seen the Padres City Connect jerseys, and we
already hate it
out. Look at this. We got Canada in the house.
Very nice.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Look at this. Ryan's in Paris.
Here from Paris, but I live in San Diego.
So dope. So dope.
Wow.
Let me just quickly, real quick on Darvish, Jim.
Yeah.
33 pitches in the first inning. You're like, if this is Snell, is he going to go is he going to go an inning and 2/3? 33 pitches in the first inning, goes 7.
Well, yeah, because he's not.
Because he's like a dude.
He actually has the mental fortitude to come back after a bad inning and perform. Unlike,
good point.
Like Snell.
I mean, that first inning is that should have easily been more than a run. They dodged a bullet to get out of that inning at a run. And then Arizona doesn't score again in the game. You have to win this series now against this Arizona team that cannot, has struggled on offense. Yes, their pitching's been decent. Bumgarner's been decent. Padres have played very well against them or fared very well against them. Zach Gallen's been amazing this year. He goes tomorrow, but you got to find a way to win this series, you know?
Sam is right. He's got something called mental toughness, which I can't say the same for Blake Snell.
You think Clevenger's Wednesday for Musgrove?
Last time he pitched was Saturday, right? Or Friday. He pitched after Gore on Friday.
Yeah, so I think Wednesday he starts. That's my guess.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm in love with that.
Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, because he pitched Friday. So Wednesday Clevenger. I'm just assuming. It's a complete guess. I don't know.
Thank you, Alex, for hanging out from Brooklyn. You saw this story, right, Joe? The dog that got loose in the gorilla enclosure.
Yeah, dude, that was like last week.
And he was like somehow like survived that. Like, how's it even possible?
Well, yeah, because the people at the zoo have trained gorillas
not the dog.
Well, no, if there's ever a situation where like
a baby or
child. They've trained it so the gorillas are like they hoard the gorillas back into like
enclosure,
enclosed area while they can save whoever or whatever is loose in that exhibit.
Have you been there? A serious question. Like, I don't even know how you can get in there. Like, it's not easy to get in there. I promise.
I guess the dog
can move and maneuver.
Somehow it wasn't a dog in the zoo. It was a dog from outside the zoo that made its way in the zoo.
It was a stray dog?
I think it was a stray, right, and made its way into the exhibit.
Yeah, like I was going to say, like to Ryan's point, like dogs aren't even allowed at the zoo. I think like service animals are, but I don't think you just bring your pet dog in. No, there would be all kinds of issues, you know?
This was a stray, man. Now, luckily, everybody's safe and everyone's fine. But I guess
thank the Lord.
If you saw the video, like
I haven't.
Man, that gorilla was on a collision course with that dog.
See, Billy, I don't know if they eat dogs, but they kill dogs. They are strong.
Dude, are you kidding me? Any type of animal, they would just like, what the hell is this?
Sal, Parks and Normal. Google Parks and Normal. And by the way, they just put out a Tony Gwynn trucker cap that sold out in like 24 hours. Someone put in the chat tonight, they got it, but it sold out.
And like, these aren't cheap hats, but they're worth it.
No, they're not.
And they're worth it.
They're 100% worth it. In fact, the first one before, when Jake told us about them, I went to the site and I saw the Aztec Parks and Normal cap, and I'm like, I have to have it. It was $60.
You bought it in like 3 seconds.
It was $60. It might have been $45. It might have been on discount or on sale. And I bought it in 2 seconds. It's a dope cap. I would wear it more often on this channel, but we're doing Padres stuff when I have a million Padres hats from Parks and Normal.
I actually wore the hat you're wearing right now to Vaughn's the other day. Some guy I forgot to text you. Some guy said, "Hey, dope hat."
That's awesome.
Yeah,
their hats are ridiculous. I mean, it's shocking that we didn't know about them before a couple of weeks ago, to be honest.
Yeah, thank you, Jake, for telling us about those hats.
Yeah, right? Where's Jake at? Where's
he's probably driving some people around.
Yeah, but he's normally hanging with us when he's driving.
You can watch on replay. Shout out, Jake.
Yeah, Jake, if you watch on replay, make sure to comment. So we'll check that out. All right. Before we go, what about this?
Okay. You want to see these real quick? Hold on. All right. These are giveaways from 2 years ago. I got the Tony Gwynn 98 bobblehead. I got the 98 Trevor Hoffman bobblehead as well. And then my like little pride and joy right here is the Tatis swag chain.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Spinner bobblehead. He's standing on top of a swag chain, and I mean it's probably the most detailed bobblehead I own, and it looks exactly like Tatis. So I got more up there. I got a couple other ones. I got like a Greg Vaughn one down there. I got like Ken Caminiti. So
thanks for sharing, Jim.
Hold on. Let me show you. Here we go. Oh, hold on. All right. These were the giveaways like a couple of years ago. It's the Ken Caminiti when he made that dive.
Yeah. So funny.
Yeah, the Cronenworth bobblehead is Thursday, by the way.
Yep,
I know Rich is going to
that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's one that I definitely would.
That's cool
for sure. So there we go. We got more up there, but I'm not gonna go get them.
Renee just bought this hat.
He bought that I'm wearing. Which one did he buy?
The brown one, San Diego Legacy.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Dope. All right, guys. So here's the deal. Tomorrow, Mania. Wednesday, we'll see. Machado, we'll see. It would have been amazing if Machado was in the lineup tonight. Like we spent yesterday, just everyone in San Diego is freaking out. If he's back in like 2 days, that's like the most ridiculous. If 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, that's ridiculous.
Dude, come on. Stop.
Dude, I mean, he's walking through the clubhouse, Wonelli.
Whoa, Nelly. Good Lord. Good Lord. All right. Good Lord, everybody.
Hold on. You saw this or no? All right. We'll be back tomorrow night.
Deal closure when you're dating a girl. Want to see my bobbleheads? That's how I get them all the time. How you doing? Want to see my?
Wait, what's this?
It's hard. Want to see my bobbleheads, and you want to see my lightsaber? How you doing?
Yeah. What are you dating? Like, I don't even know. Tatis and Pups bobblehead. Have I seen that?
Don't know.
What does that look like?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Okay. If you've been here with us all night, or if you're watching on replay, or you're just here now, please subscribe. That's all we ask. If you're a Padres fan, please subscribe to this channel. We have year-round content. Smash the like button for us. Padres win. They bounce back after getting swept in Colorado, and they win 4-1 behind you, Darvish and Jake Cronenworth and Trent Grisham and Ha-Seong Kim. Hopefully, Manny Machado is back sooner rather than later. Hopefully, the same with Bob Melvin and Joe Musgrove and Fernando Tatis Jr. Also, follow us on social media at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD, at John and Jim. We're back at the radio tomorrow, 3 to 6. Please join us for 3 hours of Padres talk on Extra 1360 in San Diego or on the iHeartRadio app as well. Please support our partners, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance, Auto, Home, Renters, Life Insurance. What are you laughing at? Auto, Home, Renters, Life Insurance.
Come on, man.
Earthquake Insurance. He can save you $750 on your insurance. There's a link down below for Mark Nimitz. Huge supporter of this channel, huge Padres fan. Aura.organic. You can save money, 30% off. Click that Take the Quiz button. There's a link down below. Plant-based nutritional products, great company. Their co-founder, Will's a San Diegan. And Omar Sanchez at Edge Home Finance. Scan that QR code on the screen right now. You'll get to his site. He can help you get into your dream home or reconsolidate your debt as well with a refinance. Omar Sanchez, another San Diegan and a huge Padres fan, and a product of San Diego State as well. For Jim, I'm glad you showed up.
Come on, bro.
Everyone's glad you showed up. Jim's not missing a Monday night wrap-up show. For Jim, I'm John. We'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.